Hello. All right. I think I'm recording, so here we go. First off, don't forget to first title your drive. Okay, that's the first thing you should always do for every file. A lot of students have a habit of just going file and getting a new spreadsheet or Google slide and not naming it, and then it's harder to find them. It's easy to find them in a search if you name your stuff. So always get in the good habit of doing that. Trial number one, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, and so on and so forth. If you have a pattern going, highlight it all, click this little square in the corner, click it and drag it down to where you want it to. And that works in Excel and it works here in Google Sheets as well. Type in how far it went in each trial. So trial 1, it went 8.5 feet. Trial 2 went 9 feet, and so on and so forth. Then you're going to do an average, median, and standard deviation. Normally in math we call that a median, and I think you can call that a median if you want. So you can totally call that a median. It doesn't really matter. It's just that here in Google Slides, I try to type in median. Oh, sorry, I already have median there. Mean. That's like the average, right? So I typed in this equal sign. So type in equal sign. I type in mean, and mean is not there. So I was like, what's going on? So I typed in average like that, and then there's a bunch of different averages, and I saw one that just says average. So then I'm like, oh, that's probably the one I want. The average of what? I'm going to go B2. Did you notice it highlighted this square? That's B2. B2. That's for my start of my data. All the way down to, so I go colon. So the colon is the two dots over to the right just next to the L. Should be. B11. That's the end of my data. B11. And then don't forget to close the parenthesis at the end. So notice there's a parenthesis on each side. And then go enter. And then the mean data is 8.1. Median. Median puts these in a row and then chooses the middle number. If there's two middle numbers, then it just takes average of those two. So we're going to go to equal sign, median, and then I saw median here. It's trying to suggest this data right here, and that's not what I want. So if you want, you can always just type in median like that, open the semicolon, the parenthesis, I should say, median parenthesis, then B2, that's the data I want, colon B11. And then yours may not be B, it may be some other letter, but mine's on B. Enter. And then the standard deviation, equal sign, ST, and there it is. I see it already right above my thing. STDEV. You guys see that? Standard deviation. You could just type that in if you wanted. STDEV like that. You don't even have to click on this stuff if you type it in exactly where it's supposed to be. STDEV. Open the parenthesis. B2 colon B11. So from B2 to B11, give me the standard deviation of that value. And it's 0.699, which means my thing was pretty tight and accurate. Yours may not be that, and more than likely it's going to be like over 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that. Especially if your machine's all over the place. But no big deal, that's it. If you want to make it pretty, you can, if you want to put borders around stuff, and you may do that if you like. You can put borders around it, make it look all pretty. You can make these a little wider if you want these numbers right in the middle. What you do is, I think you just drag over this stuff, and then you say format right here, format, and you say align, and we'll say the center. There we go. And that looks nice and neat. If you want to do that over here, you could also do that if you just like the way that looks. Align. So we go to format, align, and then center. And that's pretty much it, folks. So then you can submit this on Google Classroom and you're pretty much done.